Hey guys, how you doing? Beautiful day. I'm home for a while. Um, I have good news. My gallbladder does not have to come out. That's one happy thing. Um, I have my endoscopy on Tuesday. Unsure about the colonoscopy. We'll have to see how it goes. Um, but I'm feeling pretty good. I went to New Jersey yesterday. Uh, to see a different oncologist uh, to discuss my treatment, my chemo drugs, everything. Um, let's just put it to you this way: I was not impressed with the doctor, and there was really no bedside manner whatsoever. Um, it was a wasted trip, in my opinion. So I will be sticking with my chemo treatments here locally. It'll be easier on me too. It was not as close of a place as I thought yesterday. The traveling was over 2 hours, so that would not be beneficial for me. Uh, I wanted to say hi and show you all I'm still here and I'm doing okay. I hope you're all okay. Uh, I wanted to talk about uh, a few things and then tell you a little funny story. Maybe I'll tell you the funny story first. I was at my mom's yesterday, which I'm at my mom's all the time actually. It was early. Uh, I went outside to have a cigarette. Shocking, yes, I know. It had to be 9:30 in the morning. My mother has a house, actually. Uh, a house in the back of her house. It's like a mini house. She has cats and they have their own house. Well, that's another long story, but it's true. I'll actually take pictures. My mother has her home, and in the back in the woods, there's a miniature house that she has for her cats. And it's heated, and there's electricity, and it's real. Trust me, I'll take pictures, but not getting off track. Uh, I went out in the morning to let them out. They get let out early in the morning. They go in at night. Usual thing. I've been doing it for weeks now. I'm up much earlier than my sister, so I let them out. There I am. Picture it. Shorts, sneakers. They're not even tied. I'm not even really awake yet. My hair is whatever's left of it, all sticking up in the air. I come up the side of my mom's house. I'm on my cell phone, attempting to get a signal with Laura, and I'm saying to myself, actually, I'm walking towards the end of my mom's driveway. Uh, and at the end of my mom's driveway is her private road. It's a dirt road, and right across is her neighbor. So you're looking at maybe 30 feet, 35 feet. I'm staring at the neighbor's driveway, at the end of the neighbor's driveway, because I'm almost to the end of my mother's driveway. I'm looking and I'm saying, wow, the neighbor's dog got awfully big overnight. And I said, what the hell's wrong with the neighbor's dog? And I'm saying this to myself, meanwhile, Laura's on the phone. I get closer. It's not the neighbor's dog. It's a bear. It's a black bear. Well, let me tell you something. I have healed from my operation because I was airborne. Uh, my cigarette went up, my cell phone went off. I almost threw the phone. The phone disconnected. Um, I leaped in midair back into my mother's front porch. I didn't think I could jump that high. They, you know, um, screaming to my sister, Chris, 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 and she came running out. My mother's yelling, and this bear, according to my sister, he was a cub. Well, if that was a cub, I don't want to see his mother because he had to be 250 pounds. He walked right down the middle of the road like he owned it, and then he proceeded to walk down my mother's driveway. Um, and then he ran off in the woods. Well, let me tell you something. um, I almost shit myself, honestly. And then this morning, or maybe it was I don't know. I look out again, and there's my neighbor's dog for real. And then I really said, wow, I must have really lost my mind because my neighbor's dog's not even black. My mother's neighbor's dog is white. So, it was an experience. You have to be very careful where my mom lives, and I've been spending a lot of time in the woods, and these things are just all over during the day, and they don't care, and I'm a little more cautious now. When I go outside. Uh, I laugh now, but I wasn't laughing yesterday. But that was my morning before I went to New Jersey, and I'm gonna tell you, my nerves in the past 2 months are not good to start with. So that like ruined me for the entire day. I had neck spasms. I thought that somebody hit me in the back of the head with a 2x4. Um, it was, I've seen bear all over. In fact, I've walked home with a bear once unintentionally. Uh, but when it's early in the morning and you expect it's the neighbor's dog, and then you focus and it's not. So, uh, yeah, it was an experience. Um, but that's my story about the bear. Uh, uh, we have animals here as well, but I'm in a little bit more of an active area than my mother is. They don't come really around here. Uh, but that was yesterday. This is today, and I wanted to talk a little bit about, and please don't anybody take offense to what I say. It's not directed at anyone. It's a generalized statement. That's all. Over the past 2 months, I have seen a lot of sickness. This is not me. I'm talking about. I've been in 3 different cancer facilities. Manhattan, New Jersey, locally. Uh, it's hard to handle. There's a lot of sick people out there. There's a lot of people with cancer. There's a lot of people fighting for their life. Uh, I see things now. I saw something the other day. Maybe you could picture it. Um, I was in the chemo facility in my local area, about 45 minutes away, where I'll be getting my chemotherapy. Um, I got a tour of the treatment center, exactly where I would be in the facility, and got to meet the nurses. Patients were there getting their treatment, and it was the strangest thing. I was looking towards the patient all the way in the corner. He was getting his treatment. Um, Most of the people were in recliners getting their treatment, watching TV, talking to their families, but there were a few patients that were not were not in very good shape. They were bedridden, and this young man was out over in the corner. Uh, he couldn't have been more than 18, 19 years old. Uh, he was getting treatment, and looking at him, it was devastating. It was sad. My opinion, he was terminal, uh, and fighting for his life. But beyond where his head was, you could see outside into like the side parking lot. It was almost like a split screen to your television. Any of you have TVs with split screen. You can watch two things at the same time. There I am looking at him, and through the window I see these people in the parking lot, and they're talking, and maybe it was the parking, maybe it wasn't even the facility parking lot, it could have been the shopping center next door, I don't know. They're talking and laughing in the parking lot, and looking like they were getting ready to head off to the beach or something, and it was weird, because there I could see people living their life and enjoying their summer, and they're allowed, of course. And then at this split screen, I look to the left, and there's a there's a kid fighting for his life. Probably wishing he was out there getting ready to go to the beach too. But I guess what I'm trying to say is, when we all get up every day and just get up, and I'm not trying to make people feel bad for living your life. I mean, this is your life. You want to have fun, you want to go to the beach, you want to go to the tanning salon, have your nails done, that's great. But sometimes, here's what I mean. I ran into a woman in one of my excursions in the past 3 months, complaining in a waiting room one day about her nail broke, and it was my hair too. I gotta get my hair colored, and my manicure, my pedicure, and when you're living with an illness, and it's just, how do I put this into words? When you're getting chemotherapy, you're gonna lose your hair. So all the people out in the world, when you go to the hair salon and you get your dye and your frostings and your perms, and you're complaining, oh God, she cut my hair too short, and oh God, this beautician screwed up my hair, and look at my manicure, and look at this, and my polishes. You're lucky. You're damn lucky that you can go to the hair salon and have your hair done, and you're damn lucky that you're gonna have nails to have polished, because some of the side effects of my chemotherapy is my nails to become brittle and break off, losing hair, and the whole thing, all the things in life. You go out to restaurants, and maybe you don't like the meal that they served, or maybe it's undercooked, or the waitress wasn't nice, or there's people fighting for their life who can barely keep a meal down. after having a treatment. If you're getting my message, that if you're healthy, God bless you. But just don't forget some of the people who are not. And the little things in life that you do every day. Have breakfast, you have lunch, you have dinner, and you're worried about what's for dinner. You tell your husband or your wife, or what do you want to have for dinner, or what restaurant you want to go to, or what do we put on the barbecue tonight. There's people, and I'm going to be one of them, possibly. I don't know yet. That will be praying every day I get up that I can keep down even a bowl of cereal. I'm not trying to make people feel like you can't have a life. I guess what I'm trying to say is, for years I was the same way. My hair, I was never a nail person, so that's okay. My hair, my food, neurotic. What do I eat? Oh, I'm not going to eat that. Oh my God, I'm not going to that place. Oh, I don't like their food. The waitress stinks. She's a bitch. How do I look today? Or am I look too fat? Is my ass too big? Who cares? Okay. There's sick people out there who don't. I know you can't relate, and maybe some of you can, but there's such trivial things. When we're out there and we're on the beach and having fun, and we're out to dinner, and sometimes close your eyes and think there's a lot of people in the cancer center who they don't have they don't get those luxuries. And I'm going to be very honest with you, when this journey is over, I'm never going to be the person I was. I'm not that person now. That person could never come back. I believe I've always been kind, caring, but there was always a part of me. I would say things and not go through with them. I was always calling this one or calling that one, or getting together with this one or getting together with that one, and I never did. Something would come up, or I'd forget to call a friend, and you have to think sometimes. I wrote something yesterday to a friend of mine. I had a friend of mine for 30 years, actually. A couple of incidents occurred last year pertaining to her. At the time, you think the things that you say might be helpful to the person. They might be just trivial, but sometimes your words can hurt others, and something as stupid and trivial as one may think it is, it can leave scars on somebody else. I went through life and just skated through it, and I took a lot for granted. And that doesn't happen anymore. It's never going to happen again, because even when I am through with all treatment, I'm not gonna forget these people that have been part of my life for the past 4 months. I'm not gonna forget these doctors and these nurses and some of these patients. I'm never going to forget them. To the fact that I'm gonna make it a mandatory thing that I want to do, not that I have to do it. I'm gonna visit them as much as possible. I'll never forget this experience as long as I live, and I'm not going to forget them. Everybody needs somebody. Uh, I may be cancer free right now. I am now. I can't predict if I'll be cancer free next year, 2 years, 4 years, and actually nobody walking the face of the earth can predict if they'll ever get it or they'll stay cancer free. It's a crap shoot. It's Russian roulette. You don't know. But I'm gonna make sure I go back and I visit, and everybody needs somebody. The world is just not all about fun and partying, and it's nice to help somebody once in a while too. And again, don't think that this is I'm picking at anybody, or I've seen a lot in the past 4 months, and I've seen a lot of bad, and I've then observed what the rest of the world is doing, and I always look at the people in the world who, in the supermarkets and in the stores, and do they really know what's going on beyond that? There's a whole nother world out there. I hope none of you ever have to experience it or see it. It's sad. I'm not trying to be a bummer, downer, but that's just how I feel. But tomorrow's Father's Day, and to all you dads, have a great Father's Day. My father, I will celebrate him tomorrow. I will not be mourning him. That's what he would want me to do. That's pretty much it. But my gallbladder's good, my liver's good, my pancreas is good. They'll be checking my stomach on Tuesday, and my colon right after that. And my chemo is definitely no more postponements. Definitive, definite, no tentative. June 28th at 9 a.m. I even know the chair I'm sitting in, chair 10. It can't be delayed anymore, because the time that I start, I'll be at 11 and a half weeks, and that's a long time after surgery to start your chemo. But I'm gonna do it and experience what all these people are experiencing. I have been informed about the drugs that I'll be getting, Taxol and carboplatin. It's plain and simple. It's not an easy road. It's going to be a hard road for me. It's a lot of side effects. A lot of nausea, hair loss, nail breakage, fatigue, mouth sores, low white cell, or is it high? Whatever it is, the one that I'm very susceptible to infection when I begin. They would like me, as my treatments extend into like third, fourth, fifth, you know, the more to stay out of public places. Wash my hands at least 30 times a day. This is no joke. You should see the booklets I have on these drugs. And I have to drink, and it's not pint, close to 2 quarts of fluid per day through the entire course, because carboplatin will dehydrate me. If I dehydrate, I'll end up in the hospital. I gotta watch everything. This is the most difficult part of this journey. I would feel far more than the surgery was. To keep myself away from germs and infection, and to try my damnedest to keep food down, keep food in, keep that positive attitude. I cannot have negativity with chemotherapy. And that's pretty much it. But my chemo starts June 28th, and my final treatment, I've counted by the calendar, will be October 11th. It's every third week, 6 treatments. I will absolutely be filming actually during treatment and after. People need to see what this does to you. Yes, it's saving your life, but people need to see what it's all about. What happens to you when you have cancer? This is poison. There's no lie about it. I asked the doctor yesterday, because people say, oh, it is poison that they're pouring into your veins, and you are being filled with poison, and you have to fight the poison. So we'll see. But I have a special bandana I'm going to wear each treatment. It's a little skull and crossbones, and the reason why is I feel it is fitting. Each treatment I will specifically wear my little skull and crossbone bandana, because if they're going to poison me, I'm going to recognize that. If you look at all little bottles that you have under your sink of things, some things are poison. You can't drink them. You can't drink disinfectants and things. There's little skull and crossbones on some of the bottles, so that's what I'll be doing. I'll getting my point across that they are poisoning me. So, but little quirks that I have of things that keep me going. But have a great day, guys, and again, happy Father's Day to all you dads. I hope you have a good time tomorrow with your families, and I will be talking soon. Take care.